the worst roommate you ever had? My roommate Daisy seemed absolutely perfect when I first moved in. Quiet, clean, always paid rent 3 days early, and never hogged the bathroom. She even baked cookies for me during my first week and helped me arrange my furniture. She was incredibly supportive when I started dating my boyfriend Logan after we met at a coffee shop near campus. Daisy would get genuinely excited hearing about our dates, offering to help me pick outfits, suggesting romantic restaurants I'd never heard of, and always asking detailed questions about how everything went. I actually thought I'd hit the roommate jackpot, someone who was genuinely invested in my happiness and wanted to be friends. She'd even stay up late listening to me gush about Logan and give advice when I was overthinking text messages. But around month 3 of my relationship, Logan started acting really strange. He'd cancel our weekend plans last minute with vague excuses, seem distracted and cold during dates, and take forever to respond to my texts when he usually replied immediately. When I'd ask what was wrong, he'd just say he was processing some things and confused about certain situations. I kept pressing him for details, but he'd change the subject or say he needed time to think. I started wondering if he was losing interest or seeing someone else. The guy who used to text me good morning every single day was barely communicating, and our conversations felt forced and uncomfortable. One Thursday afternoon, I came home early from my marketing internship because I'd finished my project ahead of schedule. I heard Daisy on a phone call in her room, speaking in a hushed but urgent tone. Through her thin door, I clearly heard her say, "I just think you deserve to know the truth about her before you get in too deep. She's not who you think she is, Logan." My blood went cold. I stood frozen in our hallway, listening as she continued. "I have proof of everything I told you. The screenshots don't lie. She's been talking to multiple guys behind your back and saying some pretty horrible things about your relationship." She hung up quickly when she heard me drop my keys by the front door. When she came out of her room, she acted completely normal, asking about my day and offering to order Mexican food for dinner like nothing had happened. That night, Logan broke up with me over a cold, distant text message that was completely unlike him. "I can't handle all the drama and dishonesty anymore. I think we want different things. This isn't working." I called him immediately, crying and begging him to explain what he meant. When I finally got him to talk, he said Daisy had been texting him screenshots for the past month showing conversations where I was supposedly complaining about him to other guys. According to Logan, the screenshots showed me calling him clingy and boring, saying I was just killing time until someone better comes along, and bragging to random guys about how easy it was to manipulate him into paying for expensive dates. The screenshots looked completely real. They had my exact profile picture, my phone number, and even mimicked my texting style perfectly. But I had never ever sent any of those messages to anyone. I realized Daisy had somehow been creating elaborate fake conversations using my photos and information, making it appear like I was cheating and trash-talking Logan to multiple guys she'd invented. She'd been systematically destroying my relationship from the inside, feeding Logan fabricated evidence for weeks while pretending to be my supportive friend and confidant. When I confronted her that same night, showing her Logan's texts and demanding an explanation, she didn't even bother denying it or acting surprised that I'd figured it out. She just calmly shrugged and said, "Honestly, you were getting way too comfortable and happy. I was doing you a favor. If he couldn't trust you enough to talk to you directly about his concerns, he wasn't worth your time anyway." Then she added the most chilling part. "Besides, you were starting to spend too much time with him and not enough time here. I liked our dynamic better when it was just us." I found out later from our mutual friend who'd helped me find the apartment that Daisy had done this exact same thing to her previous 3 roommates, systematically sabotaging their relationships whenever they got serious with someone. She genuinely couldn't stand seeing other people find happiness and would go to incredible lengths to destroy it while maintaining her innocent, helpful facade.